But now let's bring you two live pictures from Sky 4 over the fabulous Fox Theater, where, in fact, now the doors are opening ahead of the first of two big nights here of Democratic debates in downtown Detroit. The presidential election is actually 462 days away, though from the looks of things you'd think it was tomorrow or at the very least this November.
That's right, quite a ways away here, but welcome to our coverage of the Detroit Democratic debates and a hub of activity all around the Fox Theater. Not often our set sits right next to CNN, but here we are.
Hanging out with a lot of folks. We've got about 500 reporters in town for these next two nights, and these debates are split into two nights because not enough time or probably even space, as large as the Fox Theater stage is, to get all 20 candidates in one evening.
Right, so let's run down who we have here tonight. First up, Steve Bullock, Pete Buttigieg, John Delaney, John Hickenlooper, and Amy Klobuchar.
And then add to that the bottom row, the next five: Beto O'Rourke, Tim Ryan, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and the one former Detroiter of the group, Marianne Williamson. 10 candidates, all doing what they can to try to break through the noise.
Yeah. We've got all angles covered for you. Mara McDonald with the importance of that Midwestern vote.
But let's start things off here with Paula Tutman, who was inside the Fox as the candidates were doing their walkthroughs pre-debate. Paula?
Well, the Fox Theater is known for bringing in great entertainment, and this is a different kind of entertainment. So let me just kind of walk you down to give you a sense of what the set is going to look like. Still a lot going on to get ready for it, but as you can see, this is not a Fox you've ever seen before. Inside the Fox, a walkthrough of the incredible debate set. Construction workers brought in 517 additional lights. In the next two nights, a total of 7,000 people will fill the seats to hear 20 candidates.
Detroit is a natural location, and this theater is a spectacular location.
Reporters from around the country will tell this story.
Debate night in the heart of Detroit.
Yeah, it's been fun to see, all the news trucks set up and just a lot of energy in the air.
A block south of the Fox, a health workers union will have a total of 1,400 for two watch parties. How pivotal is this to your membership?
Oh, it's so pivotal because health care is one of the top issues in the state that polled as well as last year with the gubernatorial. But as SEIU, period, unions, our message of unions for all needs to be heard because we're the home of labor.
And in the little more than 2 miles that make up the boundaries of Midtown, 14,550 residents. Right now, it's all about the numbers. So here's an interesting perspective. If just one of these candidates in the next two nights can convince the same amount of new blue voters as the number of people just inside this debate zone for the next two nights alone, that could swing Michigan possibly from red to blue. And that road goes through Detroit, up Woodward by way of the debates for the next two nights. And the Democrats know it.
But this election's also going to be won in the Midwest. It's going to be won in states like Michigan and Wisconsin, Ohio, Indiana. And a lot of times candidates tend to talk about issues that matter on the coasts, including Florida and Texas, New York, California. They need to come to the heart of this country and talk about issues that matter to working men and women.
Yeah, so you can take a look right outside the Fox. You can see the crowd is starting to gather. Security has gotten very, very tight. Tickets are being checked on phones as well as passes. Then you move to the right a little bit, and then you can see they have a gallery right there for supporters for the various candidates. And of course, the national media, Devin, I think he said some 500 journalists here tonight. A lot of heavy lifting for these candidates because what they have to do is absolutely distinguish themselves. What we're hearing from voters is they want it narrowed down to the three strongest so they can start making their decision. Guys, back to you. I think right about over there.
Yeah, there indeed we are. All right, Paula, and that's exactly right. This is going to be narrowing the field eventually. Yeah. We won't have 20 candidates the next time another debate rolls around.
All right, so Mara McDonald is going to be covering the debate with us. She is here with us right now tonight. And,
hi, guys.
Hi, Mara. During your hit last night on the 11, you talked about the Midwesterners that are going to be taking the stage tonight. So is Midwestern going to be nice? The Midwestern nice? Are we going to see that tonight?
I think that we have all those Midwestern candidates on tonight. None of them are going to be on there tomorrow. So you've got Buttigieg, Klobuchar, Ryan, as well as Marianne Williamson, who lived here for a while.
Yep.
Buttigieg is the only one who has any traction right now in the polls.
Yeah.
So you're in a position where the rest of them had best start making some waves tonight. And how do you do that? You've got to start appealing to the center. You've got to start talking about more than open borders and things that perhaps appeal to the liberal wing of the party.
Sure.
That's exactly right. And one of the candidates, in fact, we're going to take a look now. If you're wondering, one of the candidates who really could use a breakthrough here tonight, we found him today preparing for the debate, with giving us a little bit of insight as to what it means to run for office.
I like that play on words, Devin. Check out this video of Beto O'Rourke going for a jog this morning along the Detroit riverfront. And, of course, he was bombarded by one of the hundreds of reporters here in Detroit covering the debate. He was asked what he's doing to prepare for tonight. His answer was short and sweet: running.
Of course.
But it wasn't obvious.
But as Mara was talking about, he's one of those who really could use, a breakthrough moment. Right, Mara?
He could use a break. He could use a big break. But, Devin, here's the thing. Every numbers cruncher in this race has looked at where this 2020 goes. And right now, all things being equal, they will tell you that what happens in Detroit and what happens in Milwaukee is going to win all the marbles.
Yeah.
So if these people are smart, they're going to start appealing to centrist voters in the Midwest. That's what they've got to start doing.
Yep.
It's going to be one exciting thing to watch tonight, among many other things we'll be watching for, and we'll be watching for Mara's coverage here throughout the evening. And our coverage of the Democratic debates just getting started here on Local 4. We've got much more ahead over this very packed 90 minutes of news ahead of the big event coming up. It starts tonight at 8 o'clock.